Look, first of all, my thanks have to go out to the leadership, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, and also all the frontline staff that's kept us safe over this period. An easy way to explain it is to say Dubai has invested in its infrastructure, in its smart city infrastructure for the last 30 plus years. And this was put to the test, like everywhere in the world. And I think, we can say that Dubai definitely, rose to the occasion and managed this crisis that we all face very, very well. What happened? I mean, when you look at it, we started off in March 2020 like everyone else, not knowing what hit us, not knowing what was affecting the world. We were one of the first to close. Decisive action was taken. And in May, we were one of the first to open and get the economy back to normal. We've seen the 200 nationalities living here embrace this new COVID normal. They're part of the fabric of the society here, and they've really made sure that it's worked very well in Dubai. I think the first thing to start off is a lot of people talk about COVID changing travel. For me, actually, COVID has made people more mobile. And when you think about it today, you can work from anywhere. And we've seen this trend. It's been a very interesting trend. Pre-COVID, we had started to look at what is the decentralized organization. And we had people coming here and basing themselves out of Dubai, but working in different countries, whether they worked for their company back home in the UK, Europe, Africa. They based themselves here for winter periods. And we saw this trend was beginning. We're lucky that we have one of the highest repeat visitations in the world for tourism. But again, when people get the chance to stay here 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, it's very, very different. They start to sort of embrace and understand the fabric of the city. And that, I think, is the basis. Now, when it comes specifically to family offices, we see a lot of people who have their holding companies, they have single family offices or multi-family offices. And again, Dubai offers them a number of jurisdictions which they can choose to set up. Obviously, you have the mainland, which can be 100% foreign owned. And people often use that in their structure because Dubai has over 190 bilateral agreements with different countries, dual tax treaties and everything else. And we have obviously all the lawyers, work very hard to optimize people's structures. But at the same time, we have Dubai law, and many of the free zones have that civil law, and you can set up either a single or multi-family office or a holding company in those places. And we also have DIFC, which has common law, and again, beyond just those offerings, there's also financial advisory licenses for people who are managing third-party family money as well. So I think when it comes to regulatory environment, when it comes to transparency, when it comes to the rule of law, definitely Dubai is second to none. I mean, these entities have been around for 20, 30 years, setting up the systems and processes, and people are very comfortable. We've seen. We do see, especially with laws internationally of substance, where people really need to ensure that they have a real operation, where their holdings are. Dubai falls very well with that because obviously, teams like to come and live and work here. It's very easy to be based here. It's very easy for the family office patron to come and live here for as many months a year as they like. People now more and more international businessmen who manage their business globally, the fact that they're here, means that they appreciate that. We have a number of different residency programs. We have obviously the Golden Visa program, which is a 10-year residency. That's been around for a while, but has become more popular of late. Investors, it's for very senior executives. It's also for specialists, so doctors, scientists, and people who are growing new businesses. There are other categories as well, which are often very relevant to people, such as the retirement category, which is 5 years. That obviously allows someone, a long-term residency. It's obviously renewable. We also have some other categories. So that category itself is for CTOs. We also have an entrepreneur category, which is a 5-year category. And again, that's for people who have, founders of startups, all renewable, property investors who have actually holdings of properties here, again, 5 years. And as I mentioned, the virtual working visa, which is a 1-year renewable for people working in companies abroad. There's another tourist visa which may be relevant to people in some countries, and that's a 5-year multi-entry tourist visa, stamp in the passport as well, and that one also comes live this month. Look, we're definitely very proud, and we're so proud of what the Expo team has achieved, and a really big congratulations to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. It's amazing to see that this has all been developed even through the COVID period. The Expo is about connecting minds and creating the future. And when you look at that, what better time, to really elaborate on that and to actually have it in action. I've been to the site many times now. It's only been open a week, but seeing 192 countries there, almost all the countries in the world together, looking at a brighter future, it's inspiring for all of us. The Expo site has been built with its legacy in mind. Over 85% of the site are permanent buildings. It is a highly connected site, 5G. It has the highest level of ESG taken into consideration. Environmental impact is minimal, run on solar. So when you look at what this site represents, it represents the future. It's really worth coming to see how countries see their future and how countries see the world's future. And it's done in a way which is creative. It's done in a way which is engaging. Each country has invested. It also layers on, wonderful speakers from all around the world, and the entertainment and F&B that we all love to see.